Welcome to the Inside ND Sports Podcast, soon to be rebranded now that I'm at blueandgold.com. We are talking women's basketball today, and we've got a great guest, Malaya Cowles, who is a grad transfer from Wake Forest, joined the Notre Dame women's basketball team this summer. Malaya, thanks for joining us. And Tyler Horka, one of my blue and gold cohorts on the women's basketball beat, may join us eventually, but we're going to start. So glad to have you with us. How are you doing today, Malaya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So let's start with why Notre Dame? Why did you end up at Notre Dame after a pretty successful career at Wake Forest?
I knew I wanted something new, and also I wanted to be able to develop my game. I knew I just had so much more to give and left in the tank, and I definitely wanted to develop. And from what I've heard and seen from Notre Dame, they definitely do that with their players. And it was just a great atmosphere when I arrived to campus on my first visit and everything.
So had you been thinking during your senior year, I definitely want to do something different for my grad year, or was that kind of a wait till after the season kind of decision?
I honestly didn't think about it at all. So when it came to the decision I made, it was just I was already in summer workouts and everything, working out, and I was like, yeah, I think it's time for a change.
And so you had a chance to play, I know, this past year against Notre Dame. What was your impression of their team and their program, and has it kind of matched up with what you thought when you got here?
Definitely when I played them, we played here at their place, and it was just the atmosphere, their team was just going after it. No matter how much they was beating us by, they just kept on pushing it. And that's just something that I loved. I didn't love it against when we played, but I just loved how it was just, they just kept on going and wanting to just win by more and more and more. And definitely I see it now, since we've been working out, we have weights and basketball. It's just they're pushing you to see how much you can give, and they want you to be your best self.
So I know that there's players that have international commitments. Hannah was in Chile for the AmeriCup, and I know Vanessa is playing in the Asian Cup. I think Gisela was in Spain at the beginning of the summer. So have you had everybody all in one place at all this summer? Have you gotten a chance to feel what the team chemistry is like?
Well, everyone's been kind of spread it out, but still it's definitely there's enough of us here that it doesn't feel like anyone's missing, because we all just work hard and want to play and want to do our best. And I guess everyone understands that people has other commitments, and Vanessa was here at the beginning of the summer. Hannah is back now, and Giselle is back. So we're all just doing what we have to do.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So who do you work against in practice? Do you guard? Do you practice against Gisela, or do the guys come in the summer? Are they practicing with you as they do during the season? How does that work?
So we have a couple of practice guys that have been coming in and helping us all summer.
Okay. And how do you feel like you've been faring against them?
Pretty good. I've gotten blocked a couple of times because it was a little bit bigger than what I expected, but feeling good about that.
And how tall are the players that defend you typically?
I think he is probably about maybe 6'5", maybe a little shorter. He's a little taller than me, not much.
And he's not played for Micah Shrewsbury, is he?
No.
Okay. So Malaya, what do you see as your role on this team? You're listed as a forward. People talk about you as a center. It sounds like Niele may play some 4 around 1, but she has very high hopes for you. So what do you see as your role?
Yeah, I know my post game is really well. So I definitely see myself as the person that they go to inside. And yeah, I'm accepting my role as it comes, honestly.
And as I look through your statistics and so forth, it feels like you've gone up a level every year. What do you feel like has been the key to that so far, being better statistically each year?
I'm a really hard worker. I know I had a few injuries that put my setback, that gave me a few setbacks. So it's just, I want to keep on putting in that hard work and pushing myself to the limit and expanding my game as well. I have maybe I need to do a different move this year because they already scouted it this year, working on that during the summertime, working on my footwork and just really just working really hard, honestly.
And where do you feel like the next step is for you? Where do you feel like will take you to the next level in a Notre Dame uniform?
Definitely getting my perimeter shot, my 15-foot shot, more consistent, being more confident about taking that shot. Yeah.
Okay. And there's all kinds of newcomers on this team. I mean, there's only a few of the scholarship players remaining, Hannah and KK and Cass. So let me start with them first. Is Hannah, as a teammate, everything you saw on TV, everything you saw competing against her in a game?
Yeah, I mean, she is a great person, honestly. She brings a lot of energy, and it's just nice to have her on your team, honestly.
And then Cass, I mean, she fashions herself as a guard, but I think she's as tall as you are. What do you see out of her game?
Cassie, she's really good. And I was surprised when I first got there because I didn't realize how tall she was, honestly. And she is as tall as me. And she's good. And she's a good person as well.
And you're every bit of 6'3", right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then KK, we didn't see KK last year other than, walking into the arena because she redshirted. So what have you seen from KK's game?
KK, she is a great player as well. She's definitely working hard this summer, and I'm excited to have her out there with me.
And that's KK Bransford and Cass Prosper. And then of the newcomers, most of us haven't seen them play. I saw Vanessa DeJesus play because Duke played Notre Dame a couple times last year. So let's go through them a little bit, your impressions of them. What's your impressions of Vanessa? Let's start with her.
Hard worker, amazing person. Yeah, I played against her as well. So.
And then Ayana Moore. Is it Ayana? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Ayana.
Okay. And what's your impressions of Ayana, who comes in from Vanderbilt?
Same thing. She's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then Kelly Radigan comes in from Loyola, Maryland. Some of us saw her play in high school because she was a local high school player, but haven't seen her since she's been out at Loyola, Maryland. So what does Kelly bring to the table?
She's a great person, definitely really good, and a hard worker.
Okay. And then Gisela comes from Kansas State. I have not seen her play. You've seen her play. Have you guarded her, or again, because there's guys in practice, you don't guard her, you play with her more?
I haven't had the chance to play with Gisela, but she's been in the gym. I've seen her shoot. Her shot looks really well. She just got here as well.
And then Leah, I don't think has been cleared yet. Have you seen her do anything but lifting to this point?
No, but she's getting strong.
Okay. And have you ever seen tapes of her high school games or anything?
Just what I've seen on Instagram.
Okay. So, Niele Ivey, how well did you know Niele? Did you know her at all before you got into the grad transfer recruiting process?
I just knew of her, of course. Knew she played for Notre Dame, and she was a coach here.
And what are your impressions of her as a coach? I know that they can work with you some. I think she's doing some international coaching right now, so she's probably not around.
She was around. She's gone for right now, but she was here.
Okay. And you mentioned injuries earlier. I think you missed your whole sophomore year because of an injury. What was that, and what was the comeback from that like?
It was, I had a concussion that put me out my whole season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it was tough because it was like nothing, like it was my head and not like I couldn't really like see like do anything to like help it go faster, I guess I'm trying to say.
Wow.
So it was just like rest and like not really do anything. But when I came back, I was just like, I know I had to work hard, get back to where I need to be.
So did the initial hit in the head happen in a game?
It was in practice.
In practice.
Yes.
And that's a long time to be out with a concussion. So I would imagine that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And did you ever think that there might be a point where you weren't going to be able to come back, or were they always pretty confident, just take your time, it'll end up being something that you can come back from?
They was pretty confident that I was coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was it like getting on the court again after missing all that time in terms of contact and so forth? What was it like? Was there a mental hurdle to overcome with that?
Surprisingly, no. I was just so ready to like get back out there that like it was kind of like it was not the first thought about like what I thought about. It was just like, if I get hit again, okay, but let's just try not to.
What were some of the other injuries that you had to overcome then after that time?
I just had a knee injury, which I played through the season with last season. No, not last season, the season before that. And I got surgery over the summer before last season.
Okay. And you feeling 100% and ready to rock for this season?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, what's your thought? How good do you think this Notre Dame team can be? Because there's so many unknowns for fans kind of used to a bunch of returnees coming back. This only has 3 returnees. They haven't seen a lot of you play. So what's your assessment of how good Notre Dame can be this year?
I really think we're going to be really good. I think just because there's 3 coming back, there's still that foundation, still that culture that we are all buying into and wanting to be a part of, and that's why we all came.
What's Carol Owens like to work with, assistant coach Carol Owens?
She's amazing. Yeah. She's like my position coach. So she's amazing. She really like explains stuff really well, like, and wants the best for you.
It's interesting because Lauren Ebo and Maya Dodson both came from other programs, grad transfers, and really took a leap up in their grad transfer year with Carol Owens. So were you familiar with their paths at all here at Notre Dame?
I was a little bit familiar with it. And then I also looked at Leah as well and just seeing what they've done with grad transfers.
Okay. And did you get to know any of the players that are no longer with the program that are in the WNBA now? Sonia and Leah too, and Maddie. Did you get to know those players at all?
No, not yet. But hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think of Sonia making the All-Star team as a rookie?
It's well deserved, I think.
Okay. Now I know that you were involved with a nonprofit down in North Carolina. You're from Wilkesboro, North Carolina, right?
Yes, I'm from Wilkesboro.
Near Wake Forest. So tell me about the program, the youth program that you were involved with in North Carolina.
So it was a nonprofit called Scoreboard, and I basically just branched off of the nonprofit and had a branch for just the women, the young girls in the community called Girl Code. And basically I was a mentor. I made PowerPoints with advice like self-love, and we did a self-love, like I had activities where you went up to a mirror and was like talking about how much what you loved about yourself. and just inspiring the youth and also being there for them for advice or if they just need someone to talk to, and just showing them that I was there.
What motivated you to do that?
I know growing up, I wish I had someone like that. I did have an older sister, which she helped, and my aunties and my mother, of course, but also just like not really knowing, like Wake Forest was like 45 minutes away. So like if I had like someone that played basketball come talk to me other than my family members, I think I just would have loved that. And just being more involved like with someone like high schoolers and stuff when I was in middle school, because I was like, that's so cool and stuff like that. And just like talking to them, I think I would have really enjoyed that as a young girl.
And do you did you do this through Wake Forest? Did you do it through NIL channels? How did you get this all started with your own endeavor?
So Scoreboard is a part of Wake Forest. His name is Wendell Dunn, and he started a program for the boys, which is called Scoreboard, and it's basically for the boys like football. And I reached out to him wanting to start the program for the girls.
So now you're in South Bend, you're in a new community, and I'm telling you, and it's going to get cold. So I hope you've been shopping for coats when they're on sale during this weather. But are you going to do something similar in the South Bend community?
I would really love to. And I've already started talking to the necessary people that I need to talk to see what I can do here.
Okay. And it would be a mentoring program as well.
Yeah.
And would you teach these people basketball?
Maybe, but I know some of the girls don't really play basketball, so it'll just be whatever everyone's interested in. Of course, if some of them wanted to be, let's get into the gym or something like that, I would definitely go to the gym with some of them.
Well, it's fun to get to know players three-dimensionally, and this is a neat way to do it. I also looked at a little feature that they did when you were at Wake Forest, and it says you are a picky eater. So what does that look like, being a picky eater?
So I don't eat any condiments.
Any? Okay.
No, except ranch and yum yum sauce.
Okay.
That's the only two. That's the only two I'll go for. But I don't eat any vegetables except three, which is broccoli, asparagus. Oh, maybe it's only two. Broccoli, asparagus. Yep, just two. Corn.
Oh.
Count corn. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, I wouldn't have guessed broccoli would be on that list. That's on my avoid list, broccoli. I would say I'm a quasi picky eater. So, okay. But everything else, pizza.
Okay. Pizza, I have to have like light sauce or like no sauce at all. I don't really like the sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
basically just cheese bread, honestly.
And was your family okay with all this, or did they kind of pick on you?
They would pick on me. Well, my brother and sister would pick on me. My parents would like make me different food, honestly.
Okay, that sounds good. And then I saw somewhere that you at least had thoughts about being a fashion designer. Is that kind of a dream, or is that something that you've channeled your education into?
So that was definitely my younger self, a dream. I am big on clothes, and all things. Like I like to be creative, and I do enjoy like drawing up like dresses and stuff. But I definitely started focusing on like the business side of everything, like accounting and statistics and stuff. So maybe I could combine both of those, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure you'd love to play basketball for as long as you can. What would life after basketball look like for you then, as far as a job?
Definitely something. I am getting my master's in management of science, science of management. Definitely something dealing with that. I do want to start up a couple of my own businesses back at home. I really just want to build for my family, of course, like just build jobs and opportunities for the people back home. and just continue that legacy. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you seem so nice. I can't imagine that you're a talker on the court, but sometimes there's those split personalities. So are you a talker on the court, or are you kind of quiet?
I'm pretty quiet. I know people will like talk to me, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna show you what I gotta do and do what I gotta do. So
Who's the biggest talker on the Notre Dame team that you can tell so far?
honestly, I can't really tell right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure we have a few.
Okay. Well, sounds good. Well, Malaya, really appreciate you being part of the podcast today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And then you're going to be finishing summer school up this week, right?
Next week.
Next week. And then go home for a little bit, come back, and then start fall workouts.
Yep.
Well, again, thanks for joining us on the Inside ND Sports podcast. And you can catch the rest of our content on blueandgold.com.